20 questions, I would say. And so all the formulas you had to know before, you have to know again. Anything you had to know in the past, financial formulas, formulas for a circle, finding a circle, the equation of a circle, and graphing it, all of that, right? Formulas about, what am I thinking? From chapter 3 that we just talked about, where you had to find the maximum, like how long it takes to reach the maximum, and what is the maximum, right, height of a rock, that kind of thing, right? From chapter 3, from the vertex. Our formulas for the difference quotient, the change over time, you know, we have the average rate of change, I should say. So all those kinds of formulas you had to know, you have to know again. So would you all like me to start back earlier, chapter 1 more?
Sure.
Yeah, and just hit the highlights. So chapter 1 was actually kind of a short chapter. So we basically had kind of 3 or 4 main things that we talked about back in chapter 1. So let me start there, since it's been a while. And one of the things we did in chapter 1 was that we worked with circles. So let's go back to a circle problem. So in chapter 1 we have, and I'm not doing an example here, so final exam review. So this is from chapter 1. So we have given the equation x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 8y equals -1. We want to first write the equation of the circle in standard form. This is back from chapter 1. It's been a while. So, one of the things you need to know is the standard form of the equation of a circle. If you recall, is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. H and k being the center, r being the radius. So we have to take our equation and actually use completing the square so that we can get it in standard form of a circle. We have to complete the square. So I'm going to rewrite it. X squared plus 2x, leaving a space, plus y squared minus 8y, leaving a space to complete the square, equals -1. So we need to complete the square for x. So we're going to take half of what number to complete the square for x?
2.
Half of 2, which is 1, and we're going to square it, which gives me 1. So we're going to add 1, and whatever you do on the left, you must also do the same on the right. So also let's complete the square for y. So we're going to take half of what number?
4.
-8, which is -4, and we're going to square it, which gives me 16. So to complete the square for y, we're going to add 16. So what I've got here is I've got so if I were to factor this, x times x,
Plus 1.
both signs plus, 1 times 1, right? Multiplies to 1, adds up to 2, so x plus 1 squared. Here I've got y times y,
Minus 4.
both signs minus, right? We squared 4, adds up to 8, right? Equals -1 plus 1 plus 16, that's going to be 16 on my right-hand side there. So there's my standard form of the equation of my circle. We're reviewing. Okay, so there's my standard form of the equation. I'm going to come over here to graph it, find the center and the radius, and then graph it. Okay, so taking this, question A, I'm going to go to 1B, identify the center and radius. So, going to that equation, so h and k always follow a minus. But on H, it's actually not following a minus, right? So we have to rethink that. And so what is going to be my center of that circle?
It's,
Is it,
minus 1.
so it's -1,
and
4, right? -1, 4. Remember, H and K always follow a minus. So really, it's x minus -1 squared. And my radius
4.
is the square root of 16, which is 4.
4.
So there's my center and there's my radius. So the next question would be, sketch the graph. Yes. Okay, so let's sketch the graph. Oh, now I'm on video, I'm gonna be under pressure to make a good-looking circle, which you all know I'm incapable of doing, so, just so you know. I'm incapable of making a good-looking circle, as we all know, right? So we have -1, 4, and a radius of 4. So basically, it's gonna be very tall here. I'll try to make my points. Graph paper, of course, is always more accurate. I'm trying. Okay, so we're gonna start with our center. We're gonna go left 1, up 4. Left 1, up 4. From that, we're gonna count off our radius, up 4, down 4, left 4, right 4. So we're just gonna count up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I didn't space everything equally. But if I were on graph paper, right, my circle would look better than it is there, right? Because I didn't space things very well here. But I did go right 1, 2, 3, 4. I just had some things closer than others. I guess I could go a little bit farther to the right here. Plus, I'm a very bad drawer. There you go, there's my circle. But again, with graph paper, it's all more accurate. Okay, so that's chapter 1. Also in chapter 1, we did those problems on mixture problems, which I know you all like so much. Let's review a mixture problem. So for a mixture problem, how much of a 12% salt solution, or saline solution, should be mixed with 20 grams, it's not grams, milliliters, right? Milliliters of an 18% salt solution or saline solution to make a 15% salt or saline solution. How much of a 12% salt or saline solution should be mixed with 20 milliliters of an 18% salt or saline solution to make a 15% saline or salt solution? Okay, so we're gonna write our table here. Make our table. So you want to put what you're mixing along the left here. So what we are mixing is we're mixing a 12% solution with an 18% solution to get a 15% solution. And so you're going to add vertically going this way. Across the top, we want to put our headings. We have amount solution, percent salt or percent saline, and then amount salt or saline. And going across, we always multiply, going this way. So how much of a 12% salt solution? That's what we don't know, so we're gonna call that X. Must be mixed with 20 milliliters of an 18% solution, so that's 20. So for the 15, we're combining them together, we add, so for the 15%, x plus 20. Remember, the other version of this problem is where you know the total amount, but you don't know either one of these amounts. So if you know the total, then one is x and the other one is the total minus x, right? If you only know the total amount. All right, so percent saline or percent salt, 12%, I'll write that as a decimal, 0.12, 0.18, 0.15. Again, going across, you're gonna multiply. So we've got 0.12x. Here we've got 0.18 times 20, and here we've got 0.15 times x plus 20. Okay, let me get my calculator. All right, so now we're going to take that last column, that's the setup column, that we're going to set up. Going this way, that's how we set up our equation. And so going here, we have 0.12x plus 0.18 times 20. Is that 3.6? 0.18 times 20. I think it's 3.6, right? Somebody check that. Is that 3.6?
Yeah.
3.6.
Thank you. Equals 0.15 times x plus 20, running out of space here. Okay, so 0.12x plus 3.6 equals distributing 0.15x plus 0.15 times 20 is 3, right? Okay, so we want to get all the x's on the same side. You can bring the x's to either side, it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to have negatives, then I bring the 0.12x to the right, but your choice. You could also subtract 0.15x if you prefer. So what that gives me is 3.6 equals 0.03x plus 3. Then I would subtract 3 or 3.0 from each side. So 0.6 equals 0.03x. And then you're going to divide both sides by 0.03. Is that 20? Somebody do that in your calculator.
20.
20, great, okay. So x is 20 milliliters, and that answers my question. How much are you going